Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation and calm. And as you breathe out, just allow any feelings of tension or stress to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. Breathing in that warm feeling of resourcefulness and exhaling tension. And breath by breath, just enable yourself to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to think of those times in your life you felt playful, happy and relaxed. When life wasn't serious. Perhaps you can remember a time from your childhood when you were giggling and smiling, and life wasn't serious at all. And I want you to drift back from that moment and see that child version of you at the point where they were at their silliest and most playful. And I want you to see that seeing that child smiling, giggling, looking so playful seems to put you in a more playful, less serious mode. And I want you to play that game where you start to mimic their breathing, their facial expressions. And then imagine what it would be like to step into that childlike version of you and notice there's no heavy inner dialogue of what if bad things happen when you're in this playful, silly, fun perspective. It just feels good. And maybe you were interacting with a friend and you didn't have to think about what were the right words to say. Were you smiling too much or too little? None of that was there. You just felt you could completely be yourself, and the right words came up when you needed them. So in that silly, playful mode, really connect to where in your body you feel that feeling of silliness and playfulness, and amplify it, intense it, and then just wiggle your toes. And while you're wiggling your toes, really remember how you felt back then. Create the idea that wiggling your toes is now a physical sensation connected to that feeling of being silly and playful. That's it. And then go forwards in time. Perhaps to a moment in your teenage years. Another time when you were silly and playful, but older. And when you can think of a moment like that, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to observe that moment. See how you were at the time, what the context was, the environment. Maybe even remember the kind of clothes you were wearing or how your hair was. And when you're convinced that you're seeing a playful, silly, non-serious version of you that was totally fine in social situations, again, just step into that version of you. Feel that wonderful feeling of playfulness. Notice where in your body that playfulness is. Amplify it. And again, just wiggle those toes, but wiggle those toes in reality right now. Not just in the memory, but right now as wiggling your toes becomes a bridge from past resources all the way to the present. And then try and recall the most recent time you were just easygoing, calm, and not serious at all. Maybe a few days or a few weeks ago. And see that version of you. Notice how you're breathing, how tense your muscles are, facial expressions, posture. Just be an observer. And as you observe yourself, you have a sense that this resource would be really helpful in different areas of your life. And I want you to step into that version of you, feeling how you felt, breathing the same way. And at the moment where you say or think something that exemplifies this feeling of silly playfulness and calm relaxation, just wiggle your toes again, creating a trigger, an anchor, to really experience these playful, easygoing, non-serious feelings. And then I want you to imagine a hybrid of a version of you that is silly and playful, and maybe someone that you know that is just effortlessly calm and confident in social situations. And I want you to see yourself with those qualities, but equally being able to access this feeling of easygoing playfulness whenever you choose. In all kinds of situations at work or in a social setting. And I want you to see that you are protected by a force field. And I want you to see that this version of you is unfazed, unflappable, unbothered. It's almost like the more pressure or the more intense the situation is, the more it unleashes this calm, confident, easygoing, playful side of your nature. So see yourself now in the future with the feeling that you can handle whatever situations arise. And what if every social situation is a golden opportunity to showcase the best version of you? That with every breath you take, a calm confidence surrounds you, preparing you for meaningful interactions. I want you to see a version of you where your words flow with clarity, capturing the essence of your thoughts effortlessly. And by being comfortable just being yourself and being playful and silly every now and then, notice how people are naturally drawn to your genuine warmth and likability. And notice how mindful you are, that in every conversation you listen intently, making others feel valued and heard. Your heart is open, understanding that everyone has their unique journey, cultivating a sense of compassion. When you walk into a room, an aura of approachability and friendliness seems to just expand around you. And maybe that inner voice, once a critic, now stands as your champion, your cheerleader, a voice of encouragement. Instead of anticipating pitfalls, your mind effortlessly envisions success and connection. And you can feel, now in a first-person perspective, that protective shield of positivity and assurance all around you. No matter how intense the situation, it shields you from any judgments or negativity. So feel how good it feels that in every moment to have the tools to navigate any situation with grace and poise. And some people believe that the universe conspires in their favor, setting the stage for positive outcomes. And maybe that thought seems to resonate with you too. As you start to think that your past experiences may have actually equipped you with wisdom, that every interaction enriches this reservoir of knowledge and experience. And at any point in time when you feel anxious or tense or stressed, you can wiggle your toes, or you could take a deep breath in and let out a relaxing sigh, releasing tension. And perhaps with every smile, stress melts away and you invite joy and connection. And as time goes on, just like someone you know that is calm and confident, you trust in your innate ability to handle these situations. For your resources are vast and ever growing. Because in many ways, these challenges are merely stepping stones, shaping you to be even more resilient and adaptable. Confidence feeds even more confidence, and soon you can feel that you are emanating a magnetic energy where opportunities and connections seem to be magnetized towards you. What once was a challenge will soon be not even an issue. And every morning, you have the ability to wake up with renewed enthusiasm, ready to turn those what-ifs into affirmations of success. Many people are wearing a mask, pretending to be someone they aren't. But what if you were the one to radiate authenticity, drawing others into the warmth of genuine connection? Because you are the best person in the world to be yourself. The shield around you just protects from negative energy and amplifies your radiant energy inside. So as you embrace what makes you unique, when you feel comfortable being playful and relaxed and calm, you're able to move forward with a serene confidence, knowing that you're a harmonious blend of skills, experiences, and intentions. And these social interactions could be conversations at work, could be a presentation, it could be a chat with people that you're getting to know, but you can feel that you can grow, learn, and leave an indelible mark of positivity. Because sooner or later you will realize that your presence is a gift, and sharing it brings joy, understanding, and mutual respect. Because your brain already knows how to shrink down those thoughts of negative things and replace them with an idea that you have the resources to handle that same situation with a cool, calm confidence. And if your unconscious mind is ready to venture out of the comfort zone, to embrace that playfulness and that relaxation, to start doing things you feel that you couldn't do, to give you evidence that you can do them, let me know by nodding your head. I want you to imagine over the next few weeks and months, it's a playground to experiment, to try out different versions of you and to try out different ways of thinking. And you can think that things could actually go well. And by thinking and believing that, you unlock the very resources to make that so. Find yourself smiling more, breathing deeper, feeling relaxed and playful, and wondering what it would be like to enjoy the very things you've been dreading. So as you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're returning to the present, but taking all these ideas and beliefs and new ways of thinking with you. That's it. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Trigger that feeling of playful positivity as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.